Hello everyone, today I want to talk about the inventory system in 4.7. It still takes time until icons are loaded, but we have now a paper doll. Very nice. By the way, I'm playing off hours. Here we have guns, and what is this? I'm playing at 4K, this is a very low poly SMG. And why are those icons angled? This doesn't exactly make it easier to identify. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And why do I have two railguns? I only had one railgun. Okay, I'm already confused. Yeah, those icons are not exactly very useful, I think. A 2D view would be much better. And do you have things like this? Is this a game from the 80s? Let's try to actually use it. Select armor, undersuit. Yeah, very small icons. It's not easy to find what I actually want to use. Try this one. Okay, that's good. We have now a paper doll. We can just move icons into their slots. Very nice. But did you notice a lag? Okay, that's good too. Yeah, you really have to check a few times to see what you actually want to use. Okay, now we have this one. It's not exactly very quick, it's not exactly very intuitive, and those icons are way too small. Okay, now we have a backpack. Honestly, I'm not sure if I would call this an improvement if you have such small icons. And what is this? What is this? Very low poly. Why not use 2D icons and have much bigger icons like we had before? Okay, this works nicely too, and you can see your attachments. That's good. So there are some improvements. I like a paper doll very much. So I would say this is an improvement, but there is a lot of work to do. Let's take a look at the Spectrum thread. John Bradley, the new inventory UI, misses the mark for me. Like when you look at it, it looks a lot better, great even, but when you interact with it, a lot of cracks of the old UI still show. Items still take a lot of time to load. Yeah, I experienced this too, and I was off hours. Scrolling down also feels off, slow and clunky. Quicking stuff still doesn't feel snappy. Like it looks good and it adds so much needed features like the search function. But like the star map, this update has a very strong putting lipstick on a pig feel to it. It looks like a new, better inventory system, but it very much feels like the same old clunky UI. I don't know, it just doesn't hit a mark for me. Hopefully it improves in future patches. And of course, this thread has been moved to feedback by moderation. Rusty, items are too small to see what they are. I can totally agree with this, and the icons are very low poly. I don't even mind low poly items. An inventory system doesn't have to look like a movie, Chris. But those icons should be bigger, and it should be much easier to identify what I want to use. And we have this posting by Assault Lemming. This inventory system is so much worse. Interestingly, CIG didn't move this posting to feedback, aka graveyard. It's worse. What the hell is this? I cannot tell what anything is. This is a generally horrible user experience. This is a serious case of designed by engineer. These icons are an absolute abomination. The delay when hovering is unplayable. How can you spend this much time and create something worse? It's more performant, but it's such a worse user experience that who cares? It's honestly unusable. Roll this back, it's awful. I don't agree with this. I think the new inventory system is actually really an improvement. But yes, there's a lot of work to do, and for year 14 and more than $1 billion in funding, this isn't exactly fantastic work. My biggest issue is icons are way too small. They are angled, and it's very hard to identify the items I want to use, I want to put onto my character. Ergonist? The main complaint that I have is that the item images are so small. It's hard to tell what you are looking at first glance. Perhaps there's a way to make each item bigger. If so, I haven't found it yet and the default size is too small. CIG could give us an option to use small, medium or big icons. And don't use angled icons. Just a flat 2D representation would be good. And Xenos O made this posting. They might be using the cinema for the reviews of this stuff. There could actually be some truth in this. Chris is looking at the new inventory system in his private cinema, bought with backers' money. Starforge. As I've stated previously, the biggest problem with the old UI was that it often didn't work because the database is a mess. The new UI uses the same database, so it's just as broken as the old one. It still has stacking problems, items that cannot be grabbed and items are on your body that the UI cannot see, so we can't remove them. It locks up and forced an Alt F4 or escape to try to get it back, same as before. All of those "this UI is more snappy and clean" reviews from YouTubers didn't account for the small number of players in the PTU. Yeah, I said exactly this in my video when there were leaks. I said this is an Evocati build with a lot less number of players on a server shard than on live. And the Evocati server shard was not running for days, weeks or months. So obviously the new UI is not any more snappy because it's still limited by CIG servers and their database. Sorry, just look at those icons. The main problem is that the items are shown at an angle instead of flat as it used to be. It's very hard by looking at the icons to see what it is. I absolutely agree, this is my main complaint. Small icons are not exactly fantastic server and database performance. We can only hope that dynamic server meshing will fix those issues. But overall, I think the new inventory system is an improvement. We have now finally a paper doll, something most games use because it's very easy to see what items you have equipped when you have a paper doll and what slots are still empty. Hopefully, CIG will improve the icons or just give us an option to use small, medium or large icons. And don't use angled icons. Once again, this feels like Chris wants to make a movie. Chris only cares about how it looks, how cinematic it is, but Chris doesn't care about functionality and ease of use. But yes, I think the new inventory system is actually an improvement. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. The thing is, if you drop a bomb, okay, I'm just in... Do you want to hear something funny? I don't know what happened. My mule is destroyed and I died. Flicker, I died. I wasn't hitting anything. Okay, I'm back in Everest Harbor, it says. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.